Hey everybody, welcome back to Hacking the Headlines. I hope you all are doing well out there. I wanted to cover this latest music video by XXX Temptation because it reveals so much about what truly goes on in our world and what's really behind all of these agendas that are being pushed right now and the emergence of the Antichrist system. So we'll just jump right into it here. The music video is called Sad, and of course, as most of you know, this XXX guy was just recently supposedly killed in a drive-by shooting, but in this latest music video he seems to have predicted his own death yet again. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But the first scene of the music video is just two eyeballs staring at you, and it says, "My name is Gekyumi." Okay, and this Gekyumi thing was created by XXX himself, as you can hear in this clip.
I'm going to make up a new word, and the new word is Gekyum. I am in the next Gekyum of thinking. Gekyum. Gekyume. Gekyum.
Okay, so as you heard in that clip there, this Gekyum term was something that XXX created, and it was supposed to refer to a different state or next universe of thought, and that's exactly what I'm talking about here with the Antichrist system being ushered in by people like XXX, and that's what this is really all about. That's what the whole music video is jam-packed with, is this new age universal consciousness message that's everywhere in today's society, and that's because the Antichrist is coming in the name of love, peace, and safety. So first he has to prime us into believing that we're all love, everything is love and light, we all need to work on our energies and our chakras and yoga and all of this different stuff, and that's simply because he wants us to forget about sin and judgment. Okay, so in this new age belief system, there is no such thing as sin, there is no such thing as God's judgment. We all just need to love everybody and get along. Don't worry about those silly little laws that God created. Those are ancient, and we have this new age way of thinking. But it's really an old age way of thinking, and it's the old age Babylonian mystery Luciferian school of thought. But then the video continues with the creepy eyes staring at you and asking the viewer questions like, what is your name? How old are you? Why are you watching this video? Which is a great question, by the way. But then it shows XXX like standing with this demon thing with the creepy eyes guy, and he says, "You will spread love throughout the world, praise and joy unto my name, and change the overall cycle of energy we are digesting." I mean, this is hiding the truth in plain sight. It's the message of love and joy and praise, and what is it coming from? A demon. A demon is asking him to spread this message of love and light. And then it says, "The world is in need of change. Humans must learn to love and compromise rather than destroy." And this is a form of trauma-based mind control. His fans think he just died. They're really sad and vulnerable. And this is when they preach this message to them, when they're most vulnerable and willing to accept it. And, they think they just lost him to some terrible shooting. And they're saying, oh, we need to stop all this violence and hate, and we have to come together as one. Okay, so it's very clever. It's a very clever trick that Satan is using to trick people into worshiping him. That's all this is. Because they want you to forget about sin and forget about God's laws. That doesn't fit into this new age paradigm, okay? So they're accepting of everything except for that, except for God's laws. But then it goes on to show him at his funeral, and it says, "Here is your warning and your soul's demand by perceiving this video." And it shows him walking down the aisle towards his body, and the voice is asking, "What is your blood type?" which is really weird. And then it shows XXX in the casket with the black and white hair, and it's not XXX. You have the real XXX walking up to the casket, more hiding the truth in plain sight. So it's not really him in the casket, it's someone else, and it says, "If you are watching, you are subjected to a segmented piece of my creative aura and wishes." More of this new age energy, chakra, auras stuff that we see everywhere. But then we have the real XXX standing above the fake XXX in the casket, and it says, "You are now in my world, or a piece of my consciousness," as one would say. So again, with this universal consciousness, we're all one, we're all gods in our own way, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then shortly after that, it says, "The world will soon be a more loving place, you will see." But then right after that, the fake XXX in the casket like rises up and starts fighting the real XXX, okay? And so after they're done fighting, it shows XXX with the demon again, and the demon is telling him, "You must understand the power of your mind." And then it shows him like telepathically beating the fake XXX up, like with nothing but his mind. Okay, so more new age garbage there. And then it says, "To the amount of light you can become." Okay, this again with the light of Lucifer, the all-seeing eye of Lucifer, which it shows. Right after that, it zooms in on his eye, the all-seeing eye, and then it cuts to a giant light, the light of Lucifer. It's so obvious, it's unreal. But then the next part of the video says, after he's like done fighting the fake XXX from the casket, the demon tells him, "You have done well battling yourself, and your demon seems to honor your efforts." Okay, I mean, like, how much more obvious and satanic can this stuff get? It's just like they're not even hiding it anymore. And if you're someone who believes that he just happened to predict his own death and make this video right before he died, well, I got a bridge to sell you. I don't know what else to say. They can't make it any more obvious. They're telling you straight to your face what's going on here. But then at the very end of the video, the very last shot of the video says, "Long live Prince X." And Prince is another one who faked his death. But that's another video for another time, because the plain and simple facts here are that these people are puppets on strings. They are told what to do, what to say, what to wear, what to sing about, and when to die. Okay, so they are just taking orders. They are literally puppets on strings. And this is a perfect way to preach the new age gospel to a whole new generation of kids out there who followed him and his music. You know, so then when he dies in a tragic way, they're willing to slop up whatever the elites feed them, such as in this demonic music video that preaches the new age gospel, the Luciferian Babylonian gospel, and turns this guy into an idol, and also mocks everybody in plain sight. Has a way to clearly say it was nothing but a giant hoax, because there is no way you can believe this is all a coincidence. I mean, it's like the Tupac of this next generation. You know, Tupac also did the same exact thing. He just happened to predict his death a number of different ways right before he died. That's not just a coincidence, guys. But just in case you don't know, here's a couple of clips of XXX predicting his own death in the months leading up to it. Or so-called death, I should say.
If something were to happen to me, right? Like, all right, if I got shot and ended up in the hospital, and I don't have a million people outside of that hospital trying to get inside, storming inside to make sure I'm okay, I would never, ever make music ever again. And I would abandon and become the evil person that everybody perceived me to be. And I would just be selfish like everybody else. Because then what was everything for? And I know it's possible. I know it's possible because my mind is a kingdom. Take pride in making. If I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers or resolve in my life.
And this is how they do it. This is how they mock you in plain sight. This is XXX mocking all of his fans by supposedly predicting his own death on several occasions, and then releasing a video where he's attending his own funeral. This is him laughing at you, if you believe this. Okay, I mean, this guy is nothing but a satanic sellout. He's playing his part on the world stage, and he's happy to do it. He's laughing all the way to the bank, and he's hanging out on some island somewhere, just laughing at you guys who are eating this up. But yeah, I mean, we know this guy's nothing but a satanic sellout. He has a song called I Spoke to the Devil in Miami. He said everything would be fine. And in this song, he talks about talking to the Baphomet, to the devil, and how he sold his soul. I mean, there's a picture of him standing in front of a Baphomet. There's, of course, the black and white mask he used to wear, representing the black and white Masonic esoteric belief, has above, so below. Your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds. You have to be a little bit of good, a little bit of evil, all that nonsense. And here we have him wearing a Team Satan 666 hat. Okay, talking about how the upside down cross isn't satanic.
By the way, for those of you that don't know what the upside down cross stands for, it's nothing satanic. Just so you know. Stop saying that. It's not controversial.
Just more mockery in plain sight. And the people out there just slop up their lies. They don't even question this stuff. You know, they put these people on pedestals. They worship them. They turn them into idols. And then with all their power and influence over the masses and over the young people, they lead their souls straight into hell. And that is the whole purpose for these musicians and rappers and movie stars. Okay, it's to turn them into idols so people worship them instead of God. So people turn their back on God's laws and his word. And it's working, obviously. So if you're someone out there who looks up to this guy, you know, you might want to think twice about your life choices and maybe consider opening up your Bible and reading about what's really going on in this world, because all the answers can be found there. And if you haven't done so, please accept Christ as your Lord and Savior before it's too late, because there is a such thing as sin, there is a such thing as God's judgment, and it's coming for all of us. So yeah, I just thought it was really important to go over this video for those reasons. I know a lot of young people are falling into this trap and getting sucked into it, having no idea of the consequences of their actions. And this guy is more than happy to lead souls astray. So yeah, I thought it was really important to cover this music video for those reasons. Hopefully no one is getting bamboozled by this satanic con artist, because that is all he is. And he's sitting back somewhere laughing his tail off right now. But I'm going to leave you guys with this thought. It's a commercial from another part of the world, but if you want to know what's happening to all these celebrities, where they go after they supposedly die, I think this commercial can give us a good idea. So hopefully you guys are doing well out there, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks everybody for watching, and God bless.
Hi, Elvis.
Thank you.
Yesterday my life was filled with rain.
Hey, Jude. Men jag kan säga jag vill köra Elvisa. Close call. Vad färdiga ramar. Läcker till next.